Don't forget the doc. Several network participants recently called into Dr. Rick Wright's Old School Sundays radio show. Check this out.
Well, it's Veterans Day in the year 2007. Honey Officer Matthew Cannon of the United States Coast Guard is my co-DJ of the hour, along with his lovely 4-year-old daughter. Veterans are celebrating Veterans Day all over the United States of America. And whenever I want to make my connection to New York City, he's right on time. Donald Singletary from Harlem, New York City. How you doing, Donald?
Rick Wright, how you doing? Happy Veterans Day, brother.
Oh, happy Veterans Day to you, man. So give us a report of Veterans Day in New York City and Harlem, man.
Well, there was a lot going on today, but I spent most of the day at the 369th Armory in Harlem, home of the Harlem Hellfighters, who, as you know, Rick, started in World War I, and they were an all-black unit, and they were sent to France to fight, where only the French would fight with them. The American troops would not fight with black soldiers.
Oh, it was a horror story, man. Those guys on the French command, man.
And do you know that they trained with broomsticks until they got to France? They never even fired a gun, and they were the most highly decorated unit in the war.
And they went over and picked up, the French's highest honors and all.
That's right. They got the Croix de Guerre, and the French were building monuments to them long before the Americans did. We finally got one up across from the Armory on 142nd Street, 5th Avenue here in Harlem.
Well, Donald, tell this great radio audience throughout the world about the music connection.
Oh, you got James Europe, who was a very interesting brother, who went over there, and actually he brought jazz to Europe.
Yes, he did.
He brought jazz. He was with a guy named Noble Sissel.
Yeah, Noble Sissel and U.B. Blake, man.
And U.B. Blake, that's
yes.
right. That's right. And they actually brought jazz to Europe, and they really revolutionized a cultural epic in the world. Man. They absolutely did by bringing that jazz to France. And you know, many of those brothers stayed over there because they just had a better time. That song, How You Gonna Keep Them Down on the Farm Now That They've Seen Paris.
Oh, man,
That's what they're talking about.
Yes, indeed, man.
But it's interesting, too, what they're also doing up here at the Armory. They're building trying to build a charter school right in the Armory for the youth in the community.
Oh, that is great, man.
Yeah, and give them sort of military discipline with an academic background. And I'll keep you and your listeners posted on that. And they even have they've listed in their Hall of Fame, they've listed Harriet Tubman as the first really sort of non-official military person.
Yes.
And a female. And they've also got Bessie Coleman. You know who Bessie Coleman is? The first black female aviator pilot.
Yes, pilot, man. I'm telling you, what a story in African-American history, man.
And Rick, the person who spoke today at the reception was a woman named Jill Davis, a captain, black woman captain, just got back from Iraq.
Oh.
And in a nurses unit, and after the Rabi Ghraib scandal, they were sent over to do military care largely for the Iraqi prisoners.
Oh, God.
And she spoke on that and how that was and how, you know, you're trained to serve and to save, and that's what they did. Even though they initially had spent some time in, actually in combat, etc. But she said some very interesting things. Like, for example, some of the Iraqis would not allow her to treat them because she was too dark.
Really?
Yeah. And she'd have to call over either somebody lighter skinned or a Caucasian person.
Oh.
So it's all the war, but she's back and proud and doing quite well. So it was a day of history for everyone who served from the time of the 369th and all the other units and all the other wars and the people who never got credit. So whether you served or not, it's a time to honor them.
Donald, you are on time, man, and thanks for all that you do in the world of public relations, man, and keeping that story of African-American military greatness alive, man, on this Veterans Day. And big crowd there, too, huh?
Absolutely. Huge crowd. Huge crowd. Harlem is hopping today. We went to VFW Post in Harlem and had a reception afterwards, so it's a great day.
Well, Donald, thanks for all you do, man, as we celebrate Veterans Day and all the brothers and sisters that have served in the United States Army, the United States Navy, United States Air Force, the Army Air Corps of World War II, the Tuskegee Airmen, the Marines, the Montford Pointers, man.
Absolutely.
And all the great brothers in the United States Coast Guard.
Coast Guard, too, yeah. Let's not forget them.
What a story, man. Well, Donald, thanks for checking in, man. You stay on the line, okay?
I sure will.
It's the 4 o'clock Funk Hour. Donald Singletary checking in from New York City, man. And, man, they are celebrating Veterans Day in Harlem in New York City. It's time to celebrate the life of veterans, man. I'm thinking about Bravo 15-1, my basic training company, Fort Gordon, Georgia, the 1960s, man. Yeah, I was drafted, everybody. I was US 53410-743 a long time ago, but that's another.
The network reminds you that you too may call in to Dr. Rick Wright on Sundays between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check in with the doc at area code 315-428-1069. Don't forget the doc.